idea. So welcome everybody who's managed to get through whatever technical obstacle we've got. And thank you for suggesting that I record this so that people who are still struggling to get in can watch it later. So really appreciate that. And actually, although I regret the technical problem, I am very happy to see that we have a community that is alive and well on WhatsApp, and I can see people trying to help each other. And we've had conversations just now amongst the people who are here about what's possible. And so it just feels like, yeah, it feels like we're a community, right? It feels like we're stitched together, that this matters, that mindfulness and the benefits it brings kind of is important to us. Yeah, so I just notice all of those feelings inside of me, as well as some anxiety about technical problems and why it's not as seamless as it used to be. So this is interesting. So let me use this as a teaching opportunity, right? So I just noticed that inside of me, I've got happiness for the community and the sense that people are helping each other. And I've got anxiety at the same time about there's a problem and I want to fix it. So when now we drop into practice, I just want to talk through what is the practice. So join me as you drop into practice. So feet on the floor and drop down, in and down. And so when I do that and I'm holding all these feelings, my attitude here is not how do I get rid of these feelings? It's really how can I sit alongside them? So yeah, so noticing that anxiety, that little hum of who else wants to be here and who else can't be in here. And I just notice that as, so I'm feeling my way into it rather than pushing it away or grabbing onto it, or rather than trying to change it. I'm feeling my way into it and around it and just understanding its breadth and its width and its depth. And again, with the jingle jangle of those happy feelings about the community and feeling like we're stitched together and that we care for each other. Again, I'm not trying to grab those feelings or hold on to them. I'm just noticing they're there. So that's what I'm doing in my practice when I do this. So apply that to whatever you're experiencing right now. Take that and use it in whatever minute by minute noticings that you might have. And very subtly, you might begin to notice that whatever began with you 2 or 3 minutes ago has morphed, merged, moved. And it kind of manifests itself in a different way now. So as thoughts, feelings, and emotions move, our breathing also moves. Okay, and when you're ready, just come back to eyes open and being here. Hi, I see Wynne has joined us. Nice to see you. Thank you for persevering with the technology. And I wonder if we'll get one or two others. So we'll just continue and catch people up as they join us. So today we're going to investigate playfulness. And I'm inspired by a picture I have on my wall in my study where I normally sit. And it has dolphins playing in the waves. And I think dolphins are the epitome of playfulness. If you've ever been on a boat out in the sea and a pod of dolphins have come to join you, you will notice that they have a very big smile on their face. And then they chase the boat and they surf the bow wave of the boat and they leap and they frolic. And there's such joy in what they are doing. And I wanted to just build on this idea of playfulness and how it aligns so precisely with what it is we do in mindfulness. So the first thing you'll notice about dolphins and the way they play on the waves with a boat is that they are open to experience. You'll notice that dolphins don't approach a boat and say, wow, that's the wrong type of boat, or that boat is the wrong color. And they don't say, the way the bow of that boat cuts through the sea is not exactly perfect. I don't like that bow wave. They just joyfully join in. It's like any boat, any wave, any time, we're up for it. And so they've kind of dropped all this prejudging. They don't enter an experience with a template of what it should be like or what it can be like or what they want it to be like. They're just dolphins and they're just going to have fun. And then they join in and they're surfing away. And you'll see sometimes they stand up and they're on the tail fin, I guess, and they fall over. And again, they don't see falling over as failure. They don't see falling over as a setback. They just see falling over as part of the fun. And you just see them sort of do another somersault and right themselves and get up again, and they do it again and they do it again, and they'll fall over, they'll make mistakes, they'll bang into each other, they even bang into the boat sometimes. And this is sheer playfulness because there is no goal. They are not saying they want to be the best dolphin, that they want to do the perfect surf of the wave. They're just doing it again and again and again and again for the absolute sheer delight of it. And every one of us humans has this potential locked inside of us. Every human being has the potential to be playful in exactly the same way, to be open to experience, to treat setbacks as temporary, to have fun with no goal at all. And the added advantage of approaching some of the things in our lives in this way is that there is a natural relishing of our own abilities. There's a natural connection to the setting and the context we find ourselves in. So there's no artificiality. We lose our sense of pretentiousness or self-consciousness. And I've always envied people who can go to a nightclub and dance, or go to a gig and dance. And I watch people who dance without any sense of self-consciousness, without any sense that they're being watched, without any sense that they need to be the best dancer or the perfect dancer. They are fully absorbed in the music, in the crowd, in the glory of their body. So I see people dancing. I know that that is their kind of dolphin moment. And I know other people have other dolphin moments. You know, it could be playing a sport. If you play rugby or soccer or tennis or squash or badminton or anything, run, you might have your own dolphin moment where you are in the glory of it, in the absolute sheer moment of whatever it is you're doing. And then other people have other ways of achieving this, sort of the sense of playfulness, the sense of also invulnerability, you know, the sense that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if for this moment I am imperfect, if for this moment I am less than a world champion. I can feel like a world champion. And so other people get that through art or singing or just playing with a dog. I mean, that's my thing, is I get that every day with my animals, is I get that sense of delight in their craziness, delight in their stupidity, and also delight in the fact that from their point of view, I am imperfect. I'm not up to scratch. You know, I'm not, according to my animals, I'm not perfect. And actually, you know, it's the one form of criticism, if you like, that I take really well. You know, if my alpaca are sort of complaining about the fact that I don't love them enough, it's laughable, it's fun. So I want you to think about your dolphin moments, and also notice something that we find in mindfulness, which is called immeasurable joy. This idea that when we invite this playfulness into our life, what opens inside of us is a sense of immeasurable joy. So it's vast, it's expansive. It can't be delineated. It just exists, and it envelops everything that comes into contact with it. And the chemical changes that happen in your body when you kind of get that feeling of playfulness and immeasurable joy. I think the chemical is probably oxytocin, which is one of the best feel-good chemicals we've got available to us. But the uplift is not just for the moment in which you are in your kind of dolphin moment, but the uplift, or the chemicals that reside in your bloodstream, stay there for an awful long time. So it has the ability to buoy you up, to lift you on the wave for, you know, several hours, maybe 24 hours. There are other limitless qualities that we talk about in mindfulness. So just, so immeasurable joy is one, but we talk about equanimity being another limitless quality. Once we've sort of found a way of coming into ourselves and abiding in our mindfulness, we have the ability to have equanimity even when life is going up and down. Compassion is another limitless quality that we engender through our mindfulness. And loving kindness is also the fourth limitless or immeasurable quality that we have. So we're going to drop into mindfulness now and just play with some of these. So just one other thing to say is that when we get used to inviting these qualities, these limitless qualities into ourselves through our mindfulness, it really helps us with that self-regulation. So it really helps us to understand that where we place our attention really matters, and where we spend our energy also really matters. So that is the invitation of mindfulness. That's also the promise of mindfulness. And that's also why we practice mindfulness. So mindfulness is just like riding a bike. It's not going to happen immediately, but it does. Just kind of clicks after a while. Something happens and we just click. Actually, I'm going to stop the recording here. I think that's enough. And people who want to join a practice, there's plenty of other recordings that can pick up the practice.